Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod we have a weapon mod currently equipped in my character's hands here. This is the SR-2 Veresk, or SR-2 Veresk. It's a submachine gun, and this thing shoots pretty rapidly. That's very quick, right? It's already got a built-in laser sight and a built-in scope on here. Obviously this is a night vision scope, so during the daytime I'm all scuffed. I just crafted it this way. We got a very large 80-round magazine with a nice custom reload animation. Love those. Texture quality in this gun looks quite nice. You can get some of that light on there. It looks quite good. Even the scope, you know, custom textures and stuff. I crafted this for myself. I didn't get the nice one-handed reload animation. Obviously you can see the big old drum mag hanging out there. But I crafted this for myself at the chemistry station. It has its own section here, the weapon SR-2. You can find this at vendors, so on and so forth. It shoots .38 ammo, which is obviously very cheap, very common, right? Like, the range stat on this particular version is not very good, but we're going to take it to the weapon workbench and see what we can do with it. Obviously, I don't want the big, ugly night vision scope on it. I don't even think you really want to scope it like this at all, but let's take a look at what we can do here. So we have a basic automatic receiver on here. You can obviously go advanced, so that it's obviously going to imply semi-auto-ness, right? Which is the best way to go in Fallout. Don't, like, you can do automatic things. I like to do automatic things, but the standard, powerful. So these are all the non-automatics, and then we get to automatics. So automatic powerful would be the best, unless you really want to go for the armor piercing, or the hardened piercing, really. So let's put the automatic powerful. Now, I really like the rate of fire of this particular gun. So we get a laser sight on here. That was on there by default for me. There's no barrel attachments, just a basic drum mag or standard. Obviously, you want the drum mag on there. So you have a standard full grip or folded. So you can hold the gun one-handed with the folded foregrip. Let's take a look at that. Obviously, we have it's a thermal scope on there. It's a night vision scope. You need the sniper perk to even craft that, but I got it for free. You get other long-range scopes on here, a little reflex sight, a Robco reflex sight, like the same Robco. The SR-2, just a scope, it's named the SR-2, and then iron sights. Let's take a look at the iron sights here on this. You can fold the stock, which means you get worse recoil, but you get faster ADS and less AP cost. You get like you can do the in-betweens. Tactical stock is going to be the least amount of recoil, but you're going to sacrifice some ADS speed. You can sacrifice some recoil, like control, and get better ADS speed, or kind of stay somewhere in the middle here with a skeletal stock. Let's go just like fold it up. Let's just make the weapon tiny. You can put a suppressor on there, no muzzle brakes, nothing like that. There's no other way to control the recoil. We have standard or wood. I really like the wood on there. We'll put the standard on there because I thought that wood texture looked quite nice. Damage modifiers if you want them. It's not powerful enough. It's too powerful. Whatever way you want to customize it to make the gun feel balanced. 71 damage here with .38 caliber bullets at a fire rate of 159 is, in my opinion, going to lean a little bit more towards the overpowered state. There's a nice pull-out animation there. These are our iron sights, which are also quite clean, especially with that green laser. Very, very my gun be shaking in my hand. I am controlling the recoil there, and I didn't mean to. I should not have. Nice reload animation. It's a little long, but you know. This is not controlling the recoil. I'm looking up at the sky, and I've wasted more than half my magazine. You know, right? Like you're just gonna spit out bullets with this gun, especially with that really high rate of fire. But you can hip fire this thing like this, and just kind of keep it on target. I mean, you're gonna do 4,347 damage in a magazine if you kind of keep most of your bullets on there, which is pretty nuts. I don't know. I mean, like, faster ADS is, I mean, it's pretty quick, but I don't think fast ADS is something that matters too much in Fallout. I don't think there's too many situations where I'm like, oh, if I could just ADS faster, that'd have won me, like, I wouldn't have died there. So, let's get a little bit of the scopes going on here, and I think really you want to go tactical stock. I think you want the most recoil control on this particular gun. Let's take a, we saw, like, it was one-handed, we were shooting the gun. We're still holding two hands on the gun. I thought the folded stock meant that we were going to hold, like, the gun one-handed, but we're still holding it two-handed. This is very nice, very clean reflex sight. I mean, the recoil is still going up. I'll tell you what. Like, the stock is not doing a huge amount, but it is making it a lot more vertical, like up and down, rather than horizontal. So it becomes easier to control it when it goes straight down. Like, I'm overcomplicating now, right? Because that's the ammo that I pulled down before. For this gun, dude, we spitting out some bullets. That's a fucking lot of damage coming out. I do like the wood grain texture, but obviously personal preference. Maybe you want to make the gun black. That's your personal preference here. But I would like to make the gun back to being wood. I'm gonna suppress the weapon just to see what it sounds like. It does slightly increase accuracy, so that, you know, without one, you know, but it's something. Take another look at one of the different sights. Let's see if the standard mag has a different reload animation or anything, just to see, and then we'll go back to standard full grip, foregrip. Sorry for my words. You know, life can be tough sometimes. So 30 round mag instead of 80, so that's a huge difference. This sight is probably my favorite of the ones we've seen so far. Just not quite suppressed. The recoil control seems to be a lot better with the foregrip folded out, and you're holding it correctly and everything, right? And the reload is much quicker. Like, and the reload animation is different. I like this a lot, okay? So, like, on the other one, we have to put, like, a big old drum mag in there. We have to, like, flip the gun over and pull it, right? But on this, we just put the mag in there and then reach over the gun and pull it that way. So, like, this is a much quicker reload. So there is some advantage to this. I don't know if it's significantly faster, but there's at least some reason to potentially do that way. The texture quality on this gun is literally fucking amazing, though. It's a really good looking gun, I'll tell you that. Like, it's got a unique style. I'm sure it's based off of a real life gun. Suppressed sound nice too. Not like amazing. I'd like more oomph, even from my suppressed weapons and stuff. And this Vortex Venom sight was so far my favorite. But we'll take another sight on there. I think we'll try some, you know, advanced receiver. We'll see how fast we can shoot it. You know, semi-auto, and see kind of what that feels like as a comparison, right? 30 round mag still on here. This is a nice sight as well. Not quite as good. Like the laser gets really distracting with this particular scope. See, it sounds so much meatier semi-auto with the suppressor, but you lose some of this when you go full auto on this. And you can shoot this still pretty quick. This is pretty quick. It's very accurate. Obviously, you're never gonna have a problem with recoil with semi-auto fire. Just stop, like, controlled burst, and you'll be fine. There's like practically no recoil on this weapon then, right? Like, it is just headshot, no problem, right? Okay, let's take a look at some of the other things on here. So let's I think this is a very good gun though. I'm liking a lot of the things about it. It doesn't have the most amount of customization options I've ever seen, obviously, but it is also not huge in its file size. So all the automatic receivers have 159, and some of these are slower than others. So obviously the advanced receiver gets a little bit faster, but I think even at the 40 something here, like earlier on in the game, I want to go automatic powerful. I just like spraying and praying bullets. You do lose some damage per bullet off of that, and obviously it is, like I said, not the optimal way to ever play Fallout, but you know, there you go. We'll put the Spectre sight on there just so we can see. We saw the thermal scope in the beginning. What's the long range scope? Because you could suppress it. You could make it functional long range. 170 range stat with 89 accuracy with this scope on here, right? You make it semi-auto. You could, you know, take some medium to longish range VAT shots or even manual shots, and you could do some good with it, I think. You definitely could, right? So this scope is just too much. And obviously automatic fire here, that's when you definitely can't use that long scope. The thing's just bobbing too much, right? So, I mean, I like the iron sights in this weapon as well. And I do like the fact that the laser sight exists to increase that hip fire accuracy. You know, because I think that's the main way you're really going to use the gun. Like, sure, you're going to put a sight on it. I would go with the Vortex Venom, my personal preference on these ones. I would put the stock out, though. You got to control some of that recoil, unless you're really using the weapon semi-auto. But then you still want, I mean, I just take the recoil control anyway, right? Unless you're really looking for ADS time. I'd suppress the weapon, obviously, like as a real tactical strategy, unless you just really want it to be loud. If you could put a muzzle brake on there and make it automatic, you could make some argument for the muzzle brake. But if there's a suppressor or nothing, you might as well suppress the weapon, right? Even unless you're really just looking for that crispy sound coming out of it. So this is kind of how I would rock the weapon. I would have a sight on there just to say I did and increase accuracy. Oh, I guess we messed the one thing up. Obviously, I still think, even though I like this reload animation with the standard mag on there, the drum mag is superior, right? Like, just you gain over twice as many rounds in the capacity, right? Like, you just 80 rounds, fucking death coming at your ass. It would be killer, right? And you can't aim down sight. This sight is very nice and clean. We're gonna go test the weapon out in some combat though, and I will see you guys when we get there. Alright everybody, we're pulling up here on my Zombies Arena arcade mode like we do to test all my weapons out. If it loads up, maybe now it's gonna like freeze all of a sudden just to ruin me. I do really like the one-handed running animation of this. It's obviously unique. The texture quality, like I said, has been amazing on this weapon. It looks really good. Like, it's got a nice shine to it. The reflex sight, this particular one, looks quite nice. Let's go shoot some stuff with it, though. I'm going to focus mostly on hip firing, just because I think that's a real big advantage of this weapon. Look, with a fully automatic, massive rate of fire, you're just kind of spraying bullets down. Let's spawn in some raiders. Sure, why not? It doesn't really matter what we're doing here, but we'll do it. So there's some down there. Obviously, we could take...
Who's there?
Not like a crazy amount of damage, maybe, but like that's still, I mean, fairly quick, right? We're fairly spray, like a nice little burst. Obviously, we've already gone through half a magazine, though. Let's take the long reload. Get in here. Anybody else? Nobody in here today, huh? You know how many times I've done the Zombies Are in arcade mode, and for them to be no one in there, that's kind of crazy. They're going to be in this room to my thing. Left here. That person did get to mutate, though. That's the negative of automatic fire as well. We're going to do another wave, though. What did I get from my legendary? Please stop rolling your head around. That's bad. Mutant Slayers is bad. This is bad. There's no situation for that. We're going to do some third-person shooting quickly. Sorry about this, Gotta apply camera animations false. There we go. Now we can see, we can test the weapon in third person, make sure it works and everything is going all good with that. Because I know some of you out there really do be about that third person life. So we're gonna show the weapon off in some third person combat, so you guys can see if it works. Because especially, you know, you never know. I'd feel really bad if I like told you this gun's really great and then it like just doesn't work at all in third person, and then you download it and then you'd be like, oh no man, why'd you lie to me? And I'm like, I didn't know. But so that's why I test these things now. We're gonna test some VAT shots too. Nice headshot burst. Fry them in one burst. Bring around the corner and they get melted fried. I really like the rate of fire and like overall feel of this weapon, right? It's, I mean, the recoil is a little bit much, but like as you see in these tight corridors here of the Super Duper Mart, it seems to be doing just fine, right? Just kind of walk through. Anybody left in here? No? Nope. Everybody's dead. They gotta get back this way. They just spawned in behind me. I'm sneaking on them. Creeping and creeping. With the suppressor, right? And you see that it is actually effectively working. It feels nice. Is doing well. Somebody... Hello? Oh, right here. Okay. Well, we'll do VAT shots on deck. We'll try to get a sneaky... I mean, we could shoot him through the torso. Why not? 2 bursts in the torso, still super dead, still a sneak attack critical. That wave is done. So, I do love this gun. I think this is a great gun. There's like not a lot of bad things to say about it. Maybe it lacks some customization that other guns get, but there's always a compromise. I mean, I even got a comment the other day about a weapon mod that I covered recently, where it's just like the file sizes get too big. This one keeps itself, it's not tiny by any means, but it keeps its file size well contained, with maintaining high texture quality, because that's usually the compromise, right? You get low texture quality for smaller file size, but the texture quality on this is quite nice. Maybe you lose some attachment variety you get on certain other weapons, but I think it has all the attachments you need to fit your playstyle. At least it has semi-auto, full auto, really nice clean animations, really nice clean textures, looks good, sounds good, feels fun to use. I mean, what else do you need from a weapon, right? So if you guys want to check out the SR-2 Veresk, I'm probably saying Veresk, I don't know how to say words sometimes that are in like probably different languages. So if you guys want to check out this SR2 for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. They'll be linked to the Bethesda.net page and the Nexus mod page. You can download this mod for yourselves there. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Your opinion is always welcome. That's what the comment section is for. If you guys have enjoyed the video, like the video while you're down there as well. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. That way you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever it may be, and I will see you in the next episode.